It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news today begins the 3 weeks of early voting for the Board of Education's proposed East Bloss to 1 cent penny tax for education, which is already being collected, but the current East Bloss runs out in June of 2024, so it's time to vote to renew it. The early voting runs Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center, located at 660 North 4th Street in Jesup. There are 2 Saturdays set aside for early voting, this Saturday, March the 4th, and next Saturday, March the 11th. Early voting time on Saturdays will be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Election date is Tuesday, March 21st. Voting precincts open that day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The 2 proposed projects are the ROTC building and an ag center. East Bloss projected to raise $30 million over a 5-year period. Early voting runs up until March the 17th. And the early voting begins today at 8 a.m., runs to 5 p.m. today. It runs Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., again at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center. Wayne County Board of Education set to meet on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. for their monthly board meeting at the Tech Center. On the agenda under resolutions and recognitions, the Good as Gold program recognition. Dr. Burgess recognized the Good as Gold recipients from Arthur Williams and Martha Puckett Middle Schools. The VFW Citizenship Education Georgia Teacher of the Year award will be presented to Miss Wendy Dolan. Under items of business, they'll have a COVID update, capital outlay project update, address the student dress code, also board policy with board officers. Under Board of Education Professional Development, they'll have the GSBA exemplary board discussion. Also under financial management, the January 2023 financial report, East Bloss information, and budget discussion for fiscal year 24. Also an executive session, all that taking place tomorrow afternoon at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor or the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, the Wayne County Commissioners have not one but 2 call meetings set for today, and the first will take place at 9 a.m. for the purpose of considering and approving the jail health care. That takes place at 9 a.m. Then they meet again today at 12 noon with the Altamaha River Leisure and Services Authority. Both meetings today at the County Commissioners Meeting Room. Again, not one but 2 special call meetings today taking place at the County Commissioners Meeting Room, the first at 9, second at 12 noon. Legislative session continues in Atlanta. They've reached the halfway point. Today we check in with State Representative Stephen Meeks, get an update on what's all taking place. Good news is that both the House and Senate have approved plans to send money back to the Georgia taxpayers. Plans to inject about $500 into household budgets cleared a big hurdle this past week with the Senate's passage of its mid-year budget plan. Key part of that Senate's $32.5 billion plan is Governor Brian Kemp's proposal for a one-time property tax cut of about $1 billion, sending individual homeowners hundreds of dollars. That comes on top of another $1 billion proposed by the governor in a tax rebate like the one the General Assembly approved. Like the one the General Assembly approved last year that provided $500 to married couples who file their taxes jointly and $250 for single filers. House approved that measure last week. One-time bonuses of about $500 will also be paid to 54,000 state government employees who last year received their first cost of living raise in more than a decade. Once again, we'll be checking in with our local leaders in Atlanta this week. Today it's Monday with Meeks. State Representative Stephen Meeks today on the Butch and Bob Show. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor or other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, the Chamber of Commerce selling tickets for their annual Taste of Wayne 14th annual event. Going to take place Thursday, April 13th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. It's going to be a night at the races. Again, the tickets on sale. $50 for chamber members, $75 for guests. Again, everyone's invited. If you need more information, call the chamber today at 427-2028. The Wayne County Board of Tourism gearing up for their Altamaha River Run set for Saturday, March the 25th. This year's paddle begins at 8:30 a.m. at Upper County Landing. Paddlers have a choice of 2 takeout points. The 11-mile paddle takes out at Pig Farm, Oglethorpe Landing, and the 16-mile paddle takes out at J.C. Landing. Those taking out the J.C. Landing can also enjoy the Dogwood Festival, which will take place that weekend at the J.C. Fairgrounds. Registration is $10 per paddler. Children 10 under paddle for free with a registered adult. Altamaha River Expeditions has canoe and kayak rentals for $45 each. You can contact them at 912-294-3604. Shuttles available from the takeout points, with the shuttle leaving J.C. Landing at 8 a.m., Oglethorpe Landing at 8:15 a.m. Registration forms available at the Jesup Train Depot or online at the Tourism Board website, WayneTourism.com. And they state there's no online registration. Bring your hats, sunscreen, and snack lunch. Enjoy the spring beauty of the river. The Altamaha River Run again set for Saturday, March the 25th. And that's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.